Welcome to our third video in the weight loss and strengthening series. And the question that you must be asking is it really possible to still have a workout when seated? Well, the answer is let's find out. So grab yourself a chair, then sit towards the edge of the chair. So it's almost as if you are not quite falling off, but your butt cheeks are just almost hanging off the chair. And then let's start with some nice breathing exercises. We're going to do about 9 or 8 of these. So the idea is to bend over from the hip, then come up as you breathe in and down. So the good thing also with sitting is that it isolates and takes the weight away from the ankles, the knees, so that we can isolate and work them out without too much of our weight on them. In any case, you will let me know how it feels afterwards, won't you? All right, this next one is a bit more of a sense of effort. So the idea is we go down and then on the way up, we resist the movement coming up. So your trunk is resisting the movement and your arms are the ones pushing you up. So it's almost like a modified sort of push-up. Okay, so when going down, there's not much resistance. So you're going down as normally as you can. And then on the way up, resist that movement as your arms are really pushing you up. So again, on the way up, really resist that movement. And then little to no resistance when coming down, going as low as you can. And then resist that movement as your arms push you all the way up. Okay, so for the last one, we're going to hold it on the way up, so midway, right there. So keep that tension in your arms, keep that resistance in your body as you hold it there for about 5 seconds, and then go all the way up. Good stuff. Lean over just to try and relax yourself. You can hug your knees, get your head to your knees as well. So this is just a nice relaxation pause or position and should feel really good, especially for your back because it's more of a back stretch as well. Let's get into some bit of leg activation. So have your right leg straight out in front of you, toes are pointed, then lift and lower, lift and lower. So the objective is to try and keep your upper body upright, so not jerking backwards as you lift your leg. So using that thigh muscle to just really lift that leg. Okay, let's change direction now. So 5 times, we're going to take it to the side. That's 2. That's 3, 2 more to go. That's 4, and last one. All right, same leg, bring it towards your chest. So there and up. Try not to move your upper body. So try to remain as upright as you can. Just bringing your knee up and back down. Switch over to the other leg. So we're going to do 5 leg raises. So straight up, 2, 3 with control. Remember, we have been targeting a lot of control. All right, sideways, that's 1. 2, you should feel this in your thighs a lot. 3, especially if you're sitting closer towards the edge of the seat, which is what we are doing. All right, bring it into the chest, remembering to stay upright. Just putting my hands there to show you that we're staying upright and not slouching backwards or, well, just staying upright. All right, legs together. We're going to open up the feet, but keeping the heels in contact with each other. So you're opening up your feet as wide as you can while keeping the heels in contact with each other. We're going to do this 5 times. So I believe that's the 4th one. And then we have 1 more to go. All right, let's take them a bit wider now. So we're going to target the ankles with that heel raise or other ankle raise. So we're going to do about 10 pairs of these, or rather, depending on how you're counting, 20 repetitions. Let's add a little something to that same movement. So holding the arms up in the sky or ceiling or up in the air. So we're going to continue with the heel raises, but this time we're going to hold the arms up there. Last ankle raise. Then watch at the hands. Look at this coordination. So as the arms come down, the knee comes up. Okay, so it's like we're doing high knees, which is basically actually what we are doing. All right, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. So remember, the key here is control. Controlled movements. Let's have the last one here. And done. Okay, we're going to come to the hip. Try to really just open up the hip. So push out your hips, as your knees as far apart as you can, and then bring them back together. Then open them again as wide as you can and close. So remember, we've been doing a bit of static stretching as well. So that's the reason why we're trying to hold it there for about, well, this is actually more of a dynamic stretch. And the last one, the 5th one, is one which we're going to hold for about 20 seconds. So this is also just a demonstration of the difference between dynamic stretching and static stretching. Holding the last one should be about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, very good. By this time, the shoulders should have relaxed from our last exercise. So let's come to these openers. So the objective is to have your arms parallel to the floor. Okay, so not hinging downwards, so parallel to the floor. And then you can combine this with your breathing. So breathe in as you open and close as you breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep your elbows high. This should really feel interesting on the shoulders. Okay, hold them open. Let's do some bicep curls over here. So again, keeping the arms parallel to the floor. Okay, sometimes the tendency is to keep them down there. So for this particular exercise, we want to keep them up here. There you go. You can enjoy feeling like the Hulk or, All right, last one. And done. Good. Now, this next one, I'd exercise a bit of caution because we're going to be standing and sitting. Okay, and I'm going to demonstrate before we actually begin. So it's standing and then trying to sit down with as much control as you can. Okay, if the seat that you're sitting on is a bit too low for your knees or for you to sit down comfortably, you can always add a few pillows just to add a bit of height. This is very, very good for the hamstrings. So I am still demonstrating. So that's one way to do it. The other way is to imagine that you're pushing something away from you. So if you're holding a pillow or something, so that's the way to do it. Okay, I know I've given the thumbs up, but I wanted to also give you a side view of what it is that, we are doing. I would recommend you do the push forward because it helps with the pushing the hips backwards there. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. So not just bending, it's a controlled version of push forward and push your hip back. Okay, push forward and push your hip back. So trying to really activate those hamstrings. Okay, are you ready? We can now begin. And push back as you sit and stand. So try and really control the movement so that you're not plopping onto the seat, like you're sitting on a sofa. So really activating those quads and hamstrings through the controlled movement. A bit of a twist. Let's hold this last one there in the air. Hold it for about 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. How do your knees feel? All right, that was just a bit of warm up. So now let's get into it properly. So we're going to start with the straight leg single raise. So up and down, sitting towards the edge of the seat. Ready? And lift. So keep your toes pointed so that you get that nice length. Today we're going to do it with the toes pointed. There'll be a time when we'll do it with the feet flexed. All right, that's the other thing. Not doing the jacking back. So keeping yourself upright. If you can barely lift your leg, work with that range of motion. So don't cheat with trying to get height by going backwards. All right, 5 more to go. 3 more. 2 more. All right, last one. There you go. All right. Let's switch over to the other leg. Again, with nice control and keeping ourselves upright. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. We're going to do about 15 of these. So that means right now we have 10 more to go. And done. Good. Now, before we go to something else, we're going to do that one more time, but with a bit of a twist. Okay? So, have the original leg straight out. We're going to lift it up for 5 seconds. 3, 2, and lower. Go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go again as you admire my socks. 3, 4, and 5. Then we have one more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Okay, let's switch up to the other leg. So same thing. And lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And lift 2, 3, 4, and 5. Trying to keep as upright as you can. And lift 2, 3, 4, and 5. And done. Okay, we're going to do something a bit different now. So have your arms up all the way up there. So just like in the warm-up, we're gonna bring them down as the knee comes up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And last word. Alright, keep your arms up in the sky. Air. We're gonna do some ankle raises just like we did in the beginning. And then the twist is that we're gonna bring the arms down to rest them and then take them up and then do another pair of ankle raises. Then bring the arms down, take them up again for another pair. 1, 2. Alright, bring the arms down. They will stay down. And this time we'll do a double ankle raise. So both ankles at the same time. That's 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we're going to bring in the arms. So where we were opening and closing the chest. So as they open, lift your ankles. And so that requires a bit of coordination. So breathe in as you open, breathe out as you close. Open and close. Open and close. Well done. Last one. And rest. Good. Okay, let's come to the full leg now. So we're going to do the side to side motion as we did during the warm up. Okay, left and sideways and back and lower. The height of the lift should be one that is just enough to clear the heel off the ground. Okay, so we're not doing the full leg lift. All right, go again. And lift and side and back and there. So try not to rush through it. Nice and controlled. Okay, for the next 4, we won't put them down, so just a bit of a challenge. So this will really activate your thigh. That's 3. That's 4 lower. We still have 5 more to go to make 15. So just as we were doing them, we'll bring it to the ground, then lift and side, bring back and lower. Lift and side. Now for the last 2, don't put them down. Don't put it down for the last 2. So there we go. And 15. Good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yes, those thighs are feeling it. All right, let's go for the next one. And lift and down. Lift and side, back and down. Lift and side, back and down. Good. Lift and side, back and down. Okay, for the next 4, we're going to keep it in the air. That's 1, 2, oh my gosh, those thighs, oh my goodness, 3, and 4. We have 5 more to go to make 15. So back to the normal ones of lift, side, bring back and lower. So lift, side, bring back and lower. That's 12. Lift, side, bring back and lower. For the next 2, keep them in the air. And last one. Done. Put them down. Well done. Whew. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's come to the one where we were standing. So let's start with the arms out in front of us. Then as you stand, bring in your arms towards you. Then push them out as you push back your hip and you sit. Try and really control that sitting movement so that you really engage your quads and your hamstrings. Okay, we've been talking about how control helps with engaging every single muscle that is being targeted as opposed to just rushing through the movement. All right, try and really control it. Well done. Then up. Let's go again. There you go. If this is hard to keep your arms out in front of you, you can always use a pillow or something to hold on to. But the idea of pushing your arms forward is to remind you to push your hips back. For the last one, we're going to hold it in the air for a bit. Hang in there and down. Well done. How much control were you able to have in that movement? I'm actually curious. Very curious. Was it easy? Did your knees complain? Did you plop down? How many times did you plop down? Anyway, the thing is, even if you plop down, it's fine, okay? This is why we're doing this, so that eventually you'll become very good at this. All right, let's do a second set, but this time we're going to modify the lift, so we don't have to do 2 versions of this. So we're going to make an arc. So imagine you're drawing a semicircle, then lift and lower. So not that jerky movement over there. So again, with control, to really try and engage the core. Okay, and go. Nice and controlled. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, and so try as much as you can to have that arc. Okay, the tendency is to just lift and take the leg to the side. So try and really get that nice arc. Let's have the last one here. And finish. Awesome. Yay. Your thighs must be burning. Mine were. All right, ready? And go. So, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, nice and controlled. As you're also admiring my socks. Yes, I know they're white with some nice font underneath. All right, let's focus. Lift and lower. So we're going to do this 10 times. So I believe this should be the fourth time, meaning we have about 6 more to go. Lift and lower. And last one over here. Very good. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes, that was quite something. Did you manage to do all 10? I'm actually curious, or were you able to do 5? I'm curious. Okay, just like in the warm up, gonna really open up those feet with the heels in contact with each other. And close. 3 more to go. Open. Keep your heels in contact with each other and close. All right, open up. Let's open up that hip, stretch that groin. So really push them apart as you can and then close. Open them up again. So push them as far apart as they can go and close. This is a very good stretch, and I think that you will feel a lot better after you do this one. Open up the last one and hold it open. Really keep it open and stretched. Remember, we're doing static stretches and finish. Very good. All right, let's have the arms up in the, is it the air or the sky? Okay, so this nice, interesting, coordinated movement. So as the arms come down, the knees go up. So really try and keep the coordination. There are times when I have seen a time when people are lifting their arms and the legs at the same time. This is very good for coordination because apart from you just training your body, you are also training your nervous system. Especially if you are a senior, it's very good because a large percentage of your nervous system is your brain. So if you're able to get this coordination done and dusted, then you are keeping your brain nice and healthy. All right, keep it held up there. Then individual ankles and lower. Up again we go. Individual ankles and lower. Let's go again. Okay, let's come to the double ankle raise. That's 1, 2, as your arms are resting, 3, 4, 5. Bring in the arm action. Breathe in as you open. Remember to try and keep your arms or rather elbows parallel to the floor. That should be 4, 5. Again, try and really keep the coordination because the science behind the neuromuscular system is mind blowing. So, this is not just training your body, it's training your nervous system. My mind was blown when I learned about this. Okay, very good. Amazing. Okay, so I know we combined the lift and side, but I just want to do this one last one. So hold up the leg and then flex and plantar flex the foot. So point your toes, which is plantar flexing, and then flex your foot, which is dorsiflexion. Point your toes, flex your foot. Point your toes, flex your foot. Point. All right, good. Next one. So hold it up, point your toes, and flex. Point your toes as you admire my socks, and flex. Yay. Great. Okay, let's twist the trunk now. So arm on opposite knee. I was a bit dramatic there. Just try and demonstrate and then hold it there for about 10 seconds. Remember, we're doing static stretches. This should feel really, really good for your back. All right, and switch to the other side. So opposite knee to opposite hand. Use that hand to help you turn so that you're looking as far back as you can. Holding it again for 10 seconds. So we should be at 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Let's get in some shoulder rotations. So 5 times backwards and then 5 times forwards. Coming to the neck. So let's have chin to chest. We're going to hold this position for about 8 to 10 seconds. So keep your chin to your chest, then tilt it backwards. So try to get your head as far back as it will allow itself to go. Okay, look to one side. So try and look to that side as much as you can. So you're almost trying to twist your neck like an owl, but don't break it. Okay, and the other one. Is it owl or owl? I'm curious. But anyway, you will let me know in the comments. Okay, then tilt your head to one side. So feel that lengthening happening on that side. And then switch. All right, fold forward, hug your legs, Bring your head to your knees and then breathe deeply in this position. Okay, this is a modification of the fetus position, which tends to feel really, really, really good. Thank you so much for joining me, and well done for getting this far. So, is it possible to work out when seated?